guys, welcome back to the Nottingham Forest save here on FIFA 22. We have important games today. FA Cup round of 16 game away from home against Manchester City. We recently got a very good result against them in the league, and if we can replicate that, we'll be absolutely thrilled and through to the next round of the Cup. You can see it. Well, actually, it wasn't as recent as I thought. There. 3-0 win against City at home. Lovely. Nice. Let's do that again, shall we, if we can. Tough, but possible. Then it's Bournemouth away in the league and Stade Rennais in the Europa League. If that game goes really well, that first leg, we'll also sim the second leg today as well. If it doesn't go well, we shall play it in the next episode tomorrow. There was an episode uploaded earlier on today as well, so if you missed that, do please check the channel page for it and make sure you've got the notification bell ticked with your subscription so that you never miss a video. I apologise that comments don't seem to be working at the moment. I'm recording this on Sunday evening. I've tried to reach out to YouTube, as of yet haven't heard anything, but the past 3 days, comments haven't worked on any of my videos. I don't know why. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it before FIFA 23 comes out. Hopefully we can get it sorted this week. But for now, I apologise if your comments aren't registering or it's erroring when you're trying to leave them. If they're working by now, great. If they're not, apologies. Hopefully we can get it sorted sooner rather than later. Right, let's go play City. City obviously taking the FA Cup pretty seriously. Strong side from them. Ederson, Cancelo, Torres, Diaz and Nuno Mendes. Rodri, Tielemans and Valverde. Grealish, Orlan and Foden. And obviously pretty strong on the bench. I'm at full strength, as obviously we want to take every competition seriously this year ourselves. Gap at the top of the table is 7 points. Has been as low as 4. Has been as high as 10. So it could go any which way for the remainder of the season, but hopefully we can put together the sort of run of form that will see us still continue to challenge for the Premier League title this season. I'm going to try and get off to a good start here against City, but unfortunately they've gotten a good block in. If we win this, we will be at Wembley for an FA Cup semi-final. And obviously I would very much love to be able to do that. So I want to go all the way and bloody win the thing, but we've got to play it one game at a time. Should have played a through ball rather than a pass to feet there. I've shot myself in the foot. Orlan has Valverde, who has Phil Foden. That's Tarek Lamptey in the way. Oh, that press is coming, though. Jacob Ramsey, his through ball wasn't great. Maybe I should have played a pass to feet there that time. Oh, it's opened up for Valverde. I'm not going to be able to save that. Bollocks! 1-0 to Manchester City in the 10th minute. Played the wrong pass at the wrong time. That's my fault. Wait for the through ball back to Valverde. There it is. It's a lovely ball. Really is. Federico Valverde is an exceptional player in real life and is growing really well in this career mode too. Nice turn by Jacob Ramsey though. Guendouzi's away there. And if I can then get this quickly inside to Rashford, if Popescu can hold his run, he could be in. And he is. Octavian Popescu buries it. We are level at the Etihad and he may well point to the sky. I need some divine intervention if I'm to beat Manchester City here. We might just have gotten some. Oh, nearly intercepted that. He got a toe to it, but it didn't stop the trajectory of the ball. It's a lovely ball out to Jack Grealish. Scored very early on at the weekend against Wolves. IRL. Picking up a goal inside 60 seconds. Indeed, forward here. Oh, Rodri with the tackle. That Man City press. Oh, I didn't even see Phil Foden. That Man City press is working well. Mikalenko. I'm just going to get rid of this. Anyway, will do for me right now. Lovely header by Rashford. Actually, that could work beautifully for us. Popescu with Cancelo with him. And look at the run from Rashford through there. And square is Ramsey, and we're in front. 2 counter-attacks against Manchester City as they push to take the lead. We're the ones that do. Clinical, precise passing and an equally clinical finish, but the movement from Rashford is great. Ramsey backs off the defender in the middle, who's caught in no man's land. Do I close Rashford down? But then he might shoot. Do I try and mark the pass? I didn't know. Close Rashford down, and I would have squared it to Ramsey anyway. In the end, he did neither, so I just passed it. And we find ourselves 2-1 in front. That's quite the turnaround already. This has been an entertaining opening half an hour, isn't it? Welcome to today's episode, guys. Mikalenko. All wiped by Cancelo. It should only be a yellow, but it certainly was a yellow card offence. That was supposed to go in there to Jacob Ramsey. We have now found him. Popescu dropped the shoulder. He's opened up for Callum Hudson-Odoi. Oh, it could have been 3. It's a big save by Edison to ensure that it's not. Gahey could be underneath this. He is, but that's going well wide, unfortunately. We're going to have to work particularly hard to hold on to the lead, but for the time being, we do still have it. Valverde, nicely into Tariq Lamptey. City looking to press again. And to be fair, they've won it there, but they have lost it again. Rashford has to keep it away from the defender that's with him. Ah, Ramsey's offside. No, he's on! So we'll go for goal. I thought he was off. I could have sworn he was offside. We very nearly had another good chance to make it 3-1 before half-time, but sadly, Ramsey isn't adding to his tally so far today, and that one flew well over the top of the bar. Perhaps should have tried to drill it hard and low and catch the keeper out, but I'm sure Edison would have been ready to anything I threw at him. He has been in the main in this save so far and is in almost every save, but obviously we do have a relatively half-decent record against City in this save. Occasionally they batter me. Occasionally we hammer them, like the last time we played them and it was 3-0. This has been pretty even. They've brought Cole Palmer on at half-time for Jack Grealish out on the right-hand side of their front line. We'll see if that changes their fortunes in this second half, but as of right now, we have ourselves 1 foot in an FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. Foden to all, and it's opening up a little bit for City here. There's Foden again. You can't deal with the quick passing. You just have to try and hope that it gets near someone that can eventually get a foot in or get a block on a shot. Oh, it's great movement by Cole Palmer. Surely he's going to score here. They've squared it. Oh, and Koen Casteels. How's he kept that out? The vision from City is unreal. Cole Palmer very unselfishly squaring it to Erling Braut Haaland. And Koen Casteels, thankfully, is 6'6", because I don't think many other goalkeepers would have gotten to that. Foden delivers, and away by Mykolenko. That is one lifeline used. That was, well, very heavily weighted in City's favour. I bet their XG shot up there with that chance, but they haven't been able to take it. And counters have been our bread and butter in this game so far, and we're going to look to try and utilise it again. Cancelo commits to the challenge, can't get there. Rashford's got support here. I'll take the free kick. I'll take the free kick. Should be a yellow card for Diaz. No, the referee's just going to tell him off, but it's close enough to have a pop. And we know that Marcus Rashford certainly can have a decent attempt on goal. So let's see if we can score a third here. I'll get a little bit closer to the corner if I can. Ah, I might just have gotten that wrong. Never mind, it hit the wall. It's gone out for a corner. I think if it hadn't hit the wall, it was going wide. So it might be a blessing in disguise there. Corner delivered. Nico Schlotterbeck's up. Keeper Kane didn't get there. And it fell free. And Ruben Diaz was the man that got to it first. Popescu's in trouble here. He just needs to race away from the man that's with him. And then we've got support there from Mykolenko, who's positioned himself brilliantly. Turns poorly, actually. I was going to try and lay that back to Popescu. Now, Popescu's going to have to do some defending. Cole Palmer looking to get away down this right-hand side. He's been instrumental already in this second half since coming on. Nearly got himself an assist. Trying to help City find that equaliser. Cancelo back to Rodri. You know where it's going. It's a case of can you stop it? Sterling. Oh, it's skewed. Oh, and Sterling was offside. I thought for a minute Erling at the back post was going to get to that, but it's tight. But it is the right call thanks to that outstretched left leg. Empty across to Omar Richards. Quick 1-2 with Schlotterbeck. You can see the time in the top left. Ref, don't add too much on, please. Lovely touch by Ramsey. 3 minutes added. 3 minutes. Popescu. Go all the way back. Find Schlotterbeck. Just trying to waste some time. We want to make sure we get through to the semi-finals. Jacob Ramsey's through that gap and he's in the box here, Jacob Ramsey. Now look for Tammy with a cross. It's just over Tammy. Just as a cross earlier in the game was just over Jacob. But, ref, please. Yes! Semi-final of the FA Cup for Nottingham Forest. Let's go. Beating City 2 times in a row. 3-0 at home. 2-1 away. The 3 points in the league were very important, and that progression in the cup, very important. Accrington Stanley, sorry, it's the quarterfinals on the way, not the semi-finals. Accrington Stanley through, West Brom through, Brighton through, ourselves, Manchester United, Spurs, Chelsea and Stoke. We know what 3 teams I don't want to get. Actually 4 teams, because we always fail against bloody Brighton, don't we? I don't want Brighton either. If we could get a more comfortable draw with, say, a Stoke, I mean, I'd love Accrington. No offence to Accrington Stanley. They've done phenomenally well to get to an FA Cup quarter-final, but it's obviously going to be the dream draw for us to get through to a semi. I don't tend to normally be that fortunate, to be honest. Let's have a quick look and see who we're going to get in the FA Cup quarter-final. It's West Brom at home. Now that could be a winnable sim. But do I take the risk? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at this stage. I shall gauge it with Twitch chat and see what they think. Up next for us, though, 18th placed Bournemouth away from home in the Premier League. We are 7 points off top with 11 games to go. In 4th currently, although City do have a game in hand on us, annoyingly. Right. Let's try and get another win. 4-3-3 for Bournemouth. Martin van der Voort in goal, who's a goalkeeper that gets recommended a lot in comment sections for transfer winners, and I've never actually bitten the bullet with. So I'm intrigued to see how good he is here. Odriozola at right back. Joe Rodon, Chris Mepham, and Chao Enrique at the back. Maddie Camara holding with Philip Billing and Lewis Cook further forward. Then Yunus Musa on the right. David Costa on the left. And then Fabio Silva up top through the middle. It's not a bad team for Bournemouth, but they are 18th and struggling this season. You can see how I've rotated a little bit for this game with the nature of the fixture list. Richards, Pino, Mongala and Elise in with the game against Stade Rennais, the first leg against Stade Rennais in the Europa League on the horizon. We want to make sure that we stand a good chance of getting a win here and there if we can. And now that FA Cup game against West Brom has been thrown into the mix, we're really going to have to lean on our squad depth. But hopefully that squad depth will be able to cope with it. That was inaccurate from Wilfred Ndidi to start the day. We'll use Jeremy Pino. Again, Omar Richards runs offside. Elise looking for Rashford. He might have been off as well. He spun well. He's on. He's buried it. We lead early doors down on the south coast. Marcus Rashford, the man through the middle again for us. Our top goal scorer this season, especially now that he's picked one up here today. Lovely spin of the defender and a simple finish for him into the far corner. How many goals has he scored in the Premier League for us this season now? 12 in 20. Gimme. Well done, Tariq Lamptey. Strong footwork. Tariq got clumped there and he stayed down. Or was that Callum Hudson-Odoi? It's Callum Hudson-Odoi that's gone down and stayed down. It is. Here's Lamptey. I don't know what happened there off the ball. Rashford's in. There's the second. You can't leave a man like Marcus Rashford, especially an 88 rated Marcus Rashford, alone on the edge of your box. Criminal defending from Bournemouth. He just drifts in there. The number 8 steps to try and mark Elise and leaves the gap behind to play Rashford in. Thanks, Bournemouth. Appreciate that. At the minute, not really showing any surprises as to why they are where they are in the league. Our number 18 scores in the 18th minute against the side that are 18th in the league. And they might have just set him up for a hat-trick. No, they've been able to outmuscle him off it. Bournemouth, the victims of their own inability here so far. Hudson-Odoi is carrying that knock. I'll look for Elise through that gap. And he's in. And he'll look to... Oh, that's just naughty. It's just absolutely disgusting from Michael Elise. Over the keeper, into the back of the net. We're running riot now. 3-0 inside 22 minutes. Bournemouth nowhere in this one. I think that goal deserves a rewatch as well, actually. That little ding was beautiful. 2 goals and now an assist for Rashford. And that might be the pick of the bunch. Over the keeper into the back of the net. Lovely stuff. 3-0. Here's Musa down the wing. Slowed him up well. Really well. But actually, there's a bit of space there for Philip Billing. Well, he's not the quickest of feeted player. David Costa. That's a strike, pal. We thought the Michael Elise one was the pick of the bunch. Maybe for finesse, but for sheer quality, I think that one from David Costa takes the pick at the minute. Drops out of the box, spins on it, and that's unstoppable. Well, they might be 3-1 down now. And the movement on that is outrageous, to be fair. Exactly where it needed to be to keep it away from the goalkeeper. It's a pretty good one, to be fair to them. But there's no point scoring goals of that quality once if you're going to concede 3 at the other end. If Enrique had made contact there, he might well have been getting sent off as well, because he's already on a yellow and he's lunging into challenges like that. It's not best advised. Henry Pino, we will go around the outside here to Richards. There is a man in the middle. It is Rashford. Oh, it's going to fall to Mongala. And Van der Voort makes the save. That was very nearly 4-1 and a 3-goal advantage restored. It's a big save by their keeper. And Musa's in behind here. They might be about to make it 3-2. No, Castiles makes the save. And he was offside, unfortunately, for him. So, no, it'll be 3-1 at half-time. We tried to make a fourth. They tried to make a second. We might yet make a fourth. Rashford getting around the corner. I'm not going to be able to lay it into anyone here, so we'll try and go solo. Van der Voort makes a good stop. And we might get something from the set piece before the half. Schlotterbeck should win this. Joe Roden's done very well. If Mongler wins this, we have a chance. We do. Gay. Nope, we don't. It's gone. 3-1 at half-time, and I'm going to take Hudson-Odoi off to try and manage that injury. And Mady Camara. Cook, Fabio Silva out wide. David Costa. João Enrique. David Costa. Tarek Lamptey. He might only be 5'4", but his legs were just long enough there. Alex Maiton has now come on for Hudson-Odoi. And Yeremy Pino has switched wings to accommodate for that. And Alex Maiton now playing on the left for me. Just try and squeeze that through the gap there, but I don't really have many other options. Indeed, I tried to just knock him off it there and either foul him or get the ball, but neither happened. And still they race away here, Bournemouth. Here's Philip Billing into Mady Camara options, including a double step over. And then Lewis Cook. David Costa's already scored one very good goal. He might get a very good assist. What are those goalkeeping animations? Fabio Silva makes it 3-2, and I have a lot of problems with that goal. Because that was right at the keeper and super simply saved. Nah, that's a joke. What's Castillo? It's right next to him. That's a joke. I'm sorry. That is not a legitimate goal in my eyes. 3-2. And Odriozola. Here's Musa. It's Odriozola again. Musa for a second time. Genuinely concerned now. Fabio Silva. Nico Schlotterbeck in the way. It still falls free for the Bournemouth man. Thankfully, the second defender was there to get a block on it. Another double change. Elise off. Ramsey and Guendouzi on. As Ndidi also made way. Cook off and Lincoln on for them. Guendouzi should be the first to get to this up against Lincoln. And I think actually it was the Bournemouth man that got the touch on it, but we'll play that back to the goalkeeper. And again, we find ourselves just trying to hang on at the end of the game, just as we did against City. That was terrible from Koen Casteels. That kick was well wayward of where it needed to be. And you have that feeling in the bottom of your gut that a Bournemouth equaliser is coming. Whether it's a genuinely good one or a bullshit goal like their second, we'll wait and see. But it does have the feel of getting EA'd, doesn't it? Maiton into Guendouzi. Ramsey. Rashford's arriving. Just hold on to it. Now is where game management comes into it. We did it against City. We're going to do it here. That was not where I wanted that ball to go. Right recipient, but I wanted it to go between the defenders. And that could have screwed me there if the Bournemouth man had intercepted that. Alex Maiton played in round the corner. He'll stand it up into the middle. It's a terrible cross, but we've wasted enough time, so the ref should blow his whistle. Well, that wasn't as straightforward as we hoped it would be. But we do get the win, and that's the most important thing. But, oh, that was a bit of butterflies in the stomach there, to be completely honest. Towards the end, especially after that second goal went in. Ludicrous. Liverpool lose. City lose. Big results around the league as we head into the Europa League. For our next one, Callum Hudson-Odoi, broken toe, out for 3 months. Callum Hudson-Odoi will play no further part this season, I don't believe, unless he makes a miraculous recovery before the end of the year. He is out for the rest of the season. Right then. That changes things. Thankfully, Yeremy Pino has been performing of late. But at present, losing Callum Hudson-Odoi does make us weaker. Into the round of 16, first leg of the Europa League. Stade Rennais actually have a pretty decent team. Anthony Lopez in goal. Regen Gonçalvo Anibal at right back. 85 rated Ndika at centre back alongside Elistondo. And 83 rated Ricardo Pereira at left back. Then Ivan Ilic, 86 rated centre mid, alongside Carla Zelenya and Angelo Fulgini. Then 84 Doku on the right, 85 Sulemana on the left, with Bamba Dieng through the middle at striker. They've got Gerard Delafeu, who must be in his mid-30s by now. Enis Bardi, an 83 rated Jovan Cabral, Matteo Mori. I mean, we've played against much worse sides in the Premier League this season. I have changed a few players around myself for this game. I'll give you a brief look at that there. Mainly because we have the second leg to be able to recover if we don't get a result here. Whereas I'd like my key players to be fit and fully fit for the game against West Brom in the FA Cup, where obviously we only have one attempt to get a result there. Quarter-final of the FA Cup will only go to extra time only. No second leg, sorry, not second leg, no replay in the FA Cup at the quarter-final stage. So I've got one chance to beat West Brom. We should beat West Brom still, but evidently we have a better chance of pulling off a comeback here if we... Oh, that was poor. If we don't get the result we're after on this occasion, because we've got a second leg to do so back at home. And that West Brom game is not going to be straightforward. Ricardo Pereira over the top will find Sulemana, who does keep it in and turns well. Niakate puts the challenge in, and it's a corner for our French hosts. Ilic, their highest rated player at 86. Player I don't really know anything about. Finds Kamaldeen, but it's wide. Kamaldeen, Sulemana, 85 rated out on the wing. Aritz into Carla Zelenya, former Barcelona starlet. He's gotten past me. And Schlotterbeck's there to head away, but only as far as Doku. Jeremy Doku finds Ilic. Lovely dummy. The keeper didn't even know where to go. Moving to his right, back to his left. No attempt to try and stop the ball. Carla Zelenya is the man that gives Stade Rennais the lead here. It's wonderful from Doku. The footwork was outrageous. And then this dummy is what makes that. And it's a great finish. It's a really good finish. We are 1-0 down. No away goals, of course, in Europe, as we remind you. I'm sure you're fully aware of the change to the ruling by now. Dieng out to the wide man, Fulgini. To Ilic. Dieng, lovely back heel. 2-0 Rennes. That came out of nowhere. Lovely back heel. And the finish, just sheer power. Sheer shot power from Sulemana. It's past the keeper before he can even react to it. This Europa League round of 16 isn't going to plan. Eddie Salcedo to Guendouzi. Will lift it looking for Yeremy Pino in behind. It's up against Pereira. Guendouzi will knock that down. Salcedo will find Popescu. Mikolenko is arriving. Popescu, it's opened up for him though. He's whipped it. And I was certain that was going to nestle in the bottom corner as the keeper dived away to his left-hand side. Thought Popescu was going to get us back within one before half-time, but narrowly and very narrowly past the post. I am worried at the minute. Tammy's making the run, so we'll look from over the top. Please. He's overhit it. Swear I didn't put that much power on it. It's 2-0 to the French side at half-time. I feel like everything has gone wrong in this game. Thankfully, Mongola has just pulled out the block of all blocks as well. Tammy looking for Eddie Salcedo. It's a lovely turn. Eddie Salcedo doesn't get many chances, but more often than not is reliable when called upon. Brilliant spin past the defender. Oh, it's a great touch. And the finish, pretty straightforward from there. Game on again. Back in it. Good. I don't mind losing it 2-1 in this first leg, to be completely honest. Just knowing that we can score against this backline is enough heading into the second leg. But we're going to have to make sure we don't concede any more. That's for damn sure. Mikolenko into Tammy. Eddie Salcedo is there again. Tammy didn't quite get the ball under control as comfortably there as he might have hoped he was going to. Salcedo to Guendouzi around the corner. Yeremy Pino thought I should have squared it. That's how you come back in Europe. 11.5 minutes is all it's taken in the second half for us to be level. We might be missing Callum Hudson-Odoi, but this season, Yeremy Pino's pulling his weight. 2-2 in France. Niakate to make the Niles. It's Slightly overran it there, but he's gotten away with it. And Guendouzi's central. Tammy out of his feet. Early shot. Good save by Anthony Lopez. We're trying our best here to still yet win this tie. Popescu delivers. Guendouzi's up. We might just win it. What a header that is. Don't call it a comeback. 16 minutes. We scored 3 in 22 against Bournemouth. We've scored 3 in 16 against Stade Rennais. 3-2 win away from home on the south coast. A 3-2 lead here away further south in France. Oh, they've responded. I don't know what I said at half-time. My virtual self has pulled out the team talk of the century, though. And we now lead in this Europa League first leg. Although we were very nearly level. Koen Casteels makes the save. Ilic will deliver another corner. All of them have been very well delivered thus far. But Niakate, powerful and dominant as ever in the air. Swept up wide to Ilic again. Still, Rennais are dangerous. We can't switch off. Just because we've turned it around doesn't mean they can't then swing it back the other way. Niakate in the way. And this third game of the episode is proving to be pretty bloody difficult, isn't it? Ilic to deliver. Again. Oh, this time it's not quite so good. Guendouzi. Jeremy Pino. Cross into Nahuel Bustos, who's come off the bench now to try and help us hold on to this. First thing he's done is run into someone and lose it, but never mind, we've won it back again. Alex Maiton also off the bench. Bustos has Guendouzi running, but it's a poor pass, and starting to regret making that change up top now after the way that Nahuel Bustos has come off the bench here and had, well, certainly an impact, but not the impact I was hoping for, to be completely honest. He's been pretty reliable, to be fair to him, when called upon, similarly to Eddie Salcedo, but evidently thus far in his cameo appearance, not quite offering me what I need. If I'd have found a better pass then, he could have shut me right up by scoring a fourth and helping us get the victory. Nice block by Niakate. We'll just knock that in front of Jeremy Pino. And as has been the case with the other games today... Oh, it's a lovely ball. As has been the case with the other games, we're just trying to manage the game as best we can to ensure we get the dub now in the latter stages. Eddie Salcedo out to Jeremy Pino. Option's going to be back here, but Hannibal gets a good tackle in 8 minutes left in the tie. Although there is, of course, still a second leg to come back at the City ground, so Christ knows if we'll still actually make it through or not. Look at the Niles. Lovely step over inside to Matteo Guendouzi. Pino on the run. Guendouzi moving the ball around nicely, as is Eddie Salcedo, actually. Out to Jeremy Pino here. Could try and hold it in the corner. Would be a bit unsportsmanlike to do so, but I want the dub, lads. I'll be honest. Oh, what is that, pal? That was awful. Again, though, we should have done enough, and indeed we have. That was not straightforward in the slightest. But, thanks to a glut of goals in a short space of time twice, we've been able to pull that round. Don't ask me how, but we have. FC Köln hold Tottenham to a draw in their first leg, which is a great result for them. Although obviously they've now got to come to London and try and do it again. If not, go one better and win it. But we did play well without Hudson-Odoi. We'll welcome him back when he's ready. But Jeremy Pino certainly stepped up and scored a great goal. Everybody did their job in the second half. The first half felt very wobbly. But we were able to get the result done. And we'll start tomorrow with a game against West Brom in the FA Cup. I am sorely tempted to simulate it. Because they're Championship. We are fully fit. It is a risk, but is it a risk worth taking? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll play West Brom. I'll play Rennais in the second leg, because certainly we've not got a straightforward enough first leg result to warrant simming that. And we'll play Leeds in the next one. In the first of two tomorrow. West Brom, Rennais and Leeds United. You leave us where in the Premier League today after just one game of the Prem, to be fair. One game in all 3 remaining competitions this season. We are still 7 points off top, but now 3 points clear of City and with better goal difference too. So we're 4th by right now and still 7 points clear off the top of the table, but certainly with sights set on that title with 10 games to go. That's all for this one. thank you very much for watching. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Hopefully, comment section will be fixed soon if it's not already. And I'll hopefully see you in another one tomorrow. Or another 2 tomorrow. Ta-ta.